Good morning. Welcome, Tara from TSW Life Coaching. We are here today. We're doing our morning musings again. I have my cup of coffee. Tara always has her water. I got to switch to water. We are here today. We are going to talk about opening our hearts to our purpose or just life in general. Just how do we do that? Just listening, connection, all of the whatever comes up, listening to ourselves and where we're going, what we're doing. So, welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here, and welcome, Tara.
Hello. Yeah, I think that's such a great topic. And I think, um, well, we were just talking about what we wanted to be when we were kids. Because I read a quote once, that's what your passion was, that's what you wanted to do. And then life got its hands on you and pushed you in different directions. And so I'm I'm curious if anyone wants to comment. Are you doing what you wanted to do when you were a kid? Are you, I, well, we just talked about, I wanted to be a vet, but realized I don't want to put animals down. So, but it was definitely something with animals. And no, I'm not doing that right now. So that's something that's come up for me. I'm like, I'm still passionate about that. So maybe that's where I want to, you know, ignite that again.
Yes, yes. And I don't remember, but I do remember um, being in a totally different world where there was fairies and connection, talking to people that have passed, all of the things, a connection to angels. Um, and I'm somewhat doing that, but I don't know to what extent, I guess, as to
Mhm.
what I was when I was a child. Yeah.
It's funny how I think I would venture to say at least like 90 to 95% are not doing
Yeah.
what they said,
Yeah.
or what they were passionate about. And I think that's so a part of our conditioning. It's a part of when the world gets their hands on you, they just know that, I mean, that's not going to be viable. That's not going to, or you can't do that. And partially now that I'm thinking about it, that's what, someone said to me was, do you really think you could put dogs to sleep? And I was like, no. Um, and so, yeah, and it's all those things that we start going, oh, maybe I can't, or maybe I shouldn't. More so, probably shouldn't,
Yeah.
um, than can't. And then we go a totally different direction.
Yeah. Or if we're a very creative person, like a writer or artist, or, the starving artist label that we give, or people can give, um, is a space where it's like, I don't know if I can make a living of this, following my passion, my heart. So I'll just put it away and, you know, dabble in it on the side and never make time for it.
Absolutely, keep it as a hobby. And I don't know about you, but I know lots of people that have sat across from me. They'll say, like, even like you just said with an artist, they're like, I used to love to paint, or I used to love to write. And then I said, do you do that as a hobby? Because that's not their job. Like they have another 3D job, we'll say. And I'll say, well, do you do that? No, I stopped doing that.
Yeah.
That's disconnecting us from our hearts.
Yeah.
That's disconnecting us from our truth, our alignment, everything, all of that, I feel.
Yeah, for sure. And I probably 90% of the people that I read for or coach have said to me, what is they want me to tell them what their passion is, like your passion for life, what is my purpose? Well, if you can't feel your heart in those things, like if that's writing and it lights you up, right? Going back to those hobbies will bring you to your passion, but you have to be sitting in it and doing it and being connected into, being aware of what comes to you when you're doing these hobbies, or even taking that hobby and making it into to start with if you need a part-time job or a part-time sales of a book or a picture, or it doesn't just have to be art and writing, but a lot
Hmm.
of people love working with the earth, so go take a pottery class, right? It's that connection, and that brings you back to your heart center, and it allows you to feel complete. And when you feel complete, that is the road you take to find your passion.
Because it puts you in that flow. When your heart is open and you're doing what lights you up, that puts you in the flow of abundance, of creation, of all of that, because you are in alignment in that moment. And you're not doing it because I have to be in alignment or I have to fix myself. You're doing it because you are truly connected to yourself and that divine part of you, that soul part of you that knows. And so when you are in that energy, you are in that frequency and you are flowing with the universe in that point.
100%, 100%. And when you're in that state, that is when you are living and being and in a space where the universe, whatever, creator, source, whatever you believe in, will come back with the things that you love. And you just keep building upon it and you become joy. I mean, that's what our purpose is here, to find love, joy, all of the things.
Mhm. To experience life. And that's and I feel like you said, um it's about having that open heart, which so many people, me included, I'm still doing heart opening stuff.
Yeah.
And I think specifically as an empath and growing up, not waking up, um, as someone so sensitive and that feeling very painful because of all the unhealthy patterns and everything else and everything else, I learned to shut that off. And so for a lot of my adult life, I don't feel my heart was very open. I'm a very compassionate person,
Yeah.
and I still don't feel it's fully open.
Yeah.
I feel like for me that coming to that place where I feel fully open in my heart space feels very vulnerable.
Yep. Well, it does for sure. And we've been so conditioned that it takes so long to, it's like just go to work, take care of your family, go to sports. Like, how do you have time to really connect when your mind is in control rather than your heart?
Absolutely. And that's so I don't want to say difficult, but it is challenging. I like that word better. Um, it's challenging to move out of that space, to move out of that conditioning and back into that heart space. Because, like we talked about, I think so many people are so disconnected from that. From, and I'm going to throw this in, we are so, that's why I think so many people don't understand true unconditional love. It's still that because we are not open to that. We are not open in our own space to that. And more than 99%, 99 apparently, I said. But I think um, we're not open to our own unconditional love. We're not open to receiving that. Um, and that's why so many people are in this space of I have to fix myself. I have to keep searching. I have to find my purpose. They want to be in that space, but there's so many wounds and fears and everything that they're scared to open to that space.
Yeah, yeah. And when we're scared to open that space, it affects everything. It affects our love life. Because if we don't love ourselves, how do we expect someone else to love us? We can only love other people as much as we love ourselves. Our career, right? If we don't have that unconditional love for ourselves, how do we love something that we go to every day? You
Hmm.
know, and our health, all of the things. It's all encompassing. It really is.
Absolutely. Love really is the core of it. And it all starts, like you said, with self. Um, this has been a huge journey for me, um, is to really open that heart space, first of all, to myself and allowing myself to receive my own love. Because
Yes.
that's another thing, and I think that's part of it too, is that we have to be, we can't be open to receiving the love if we don't love ourselves.
Yep.
Because at some, we don't feel that we're worth it.
Yep.
And so we're not willing to receive even from the universe or even from our partners or anybody else. If we're not open to receive our own love, we can't open to receive love from somebody else.
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean, you may feel it. I'm not
Yep.
saying you don't,
Yep.
but you don't feel it to the depths that you could.
Yeah, it's full connection. It really is. And I think like for you and me, I can only speak from my own side of our relationship, friendship, is we understand each other in that space where we can maybe not understand what each of us do at times, but it's like, I still love it. I still am happy that you want to go be alone or go connect with this person or do this, or it's unconditional, it's acceptance. It's like, yeah, that's her. This is me, whatever, right? Not that I feel that we have things that are separate like that, but it's a space where it's like, okay, we honor each other's opinions, we honor each other's growth, we honor each other's shadows. Because I know I have no shadow. No.
Yeah, I
Right?
know, me
And it's,
neither.
yeah, yeah. And we see that unconditional love where, hey, you know what? Tara will say, hey, Sue, this is your shadow or whatever, right? And it's okay. I need to listen to this, right? But it's that true acceptance and being in a space where we don't have to feel like the other person is attacking another person because we're bringing something up in our healing journey, right? And
Yeah.
it brings us closer to our heart. It really is. And it's growth, it's joy, it's, um I can say I don't have a lot of people, if any, in my life that I feel that way around, where it's complete unconditional. So you are that person for sure that has
Oh,
that unconditional acceptance in people. So yeah. So thank you.
you're welcome.
My
Thank you.
my tangent turned into something that is more than
That's all right. Well, it made me feel good.
yeah, there you go.
Um, yeah, and it's that's so important is to, and it's so I feel we have that because again, not that we're perfect, because I am still definitely working on that. Like I said, still working through
Hmm.
opening my heart space more to receive. Um, and but I think because we've both gotten to this place of self-love within us, a certain level that we allow. And when we do, we allow it to be so that when you're like, oh, Tara, there's your shadow, or this or that or whatever, we don't go automatically into that lack mentality. And that does, and so we're more open to hearing that because it's like, yeah, yep.
And it truly goes into allowing yourself to be in your authentic self, I feel. When we can be unconditional, we can just say how we feel. That vulnerability in knowing that, oh, I can say this and I know it's not going to hurt anyone, or, and not worry about, if I'm saying something out of haste, or that's totally different. But if I'm being authentic and from a space of love, and the other person is on the other end receiving it from that space.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And I think that that is where we're headed in
Yes.
our world. And I think that's, to me, that's what brings us to oneness. And that's kind of what I'm writing about in the new book that we're putting out. Um, is unconditional love. When we all recognize our own authenticity, we all, not that we've had to deal with clear out everything or But when we come from a place of self-love and self-understanding, how can you judge somebody when you're like, I've been there. I've done that. I've done that shadow work. I own that part of me. Or, yep, I've done that to someone else and I can own that part of me. How can you turn around and judge somebody for that when you've done that?
Yep.
And that's where I think the core of oneness comes from. It's not that we're all love and light, it's that I see myself in what you're doing and I can respect that and I love that part of me. Maybe that's not the favorite part of me, but I can respect and love that part of who I am when it needs to be that. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, yeah. And I wish I could remember who I talked to this past week. We were talking about connection. We are all connected and we are all each other's mirror. We are all each other's. So what I do to you is what I'm doing to myself. And it's a
Hmm.
full connection. Like I do feel we're all connected in some way. We can have conversations with people around the world. You go, hey, you know what? Cool. I know this
Me
person,
too.
right? Like it's just how that is. We definitely are all connected. Well, that's my thought process. I'm not telling anyone to believe in something that I believe in. But yeah, and I just feel like what we do onto others is we're doing to ourselves. Like we in the big scheme of everything. So yeah.
Well, that's what I always say to people too when people, because I'm sure you get that too when people come for a reading. When they come for a healing, they're like, oh, my relationship. And the first thing I always say is your relationship is always a reflection of your relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
So if you're sitting there saying, my partner's disrespectful, my partner's not loving enough, my partner doesn't give me enough time, turn it around. Where are you not giving yourself enough time? Where are you not respecting yourself? Where are you not loving yourself? And sometimes I get a very, hmm, and thought provoking kind of look. And sometimes I get a, that's crazy. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But
And
it's true.
yeah. And that's a level of healing too, right? Whether we are in that space to be there just yet, and there's no right or wrong. It's just
No.
how the reflection that we see. Everything is a mirror. If
Yep.
you point in the mirror, that's something about yourself, right?
Yep.
Um,
What did I say to someone this weekend? That's three fingers pointing back at you. So,
100%. Yeah, you just
yep.
took that out of my head, by the way.
Surprise.
Yeah. But yeah, it truly, truly is. Yes. Yeah.
My belief, this is my belief, and I can't explain it really well, so maybe you can help me with the words. My belief is that when we say we love someone or when we feel we're in love with somebody, what we are actually feeling is our own love. We are feeling our, it's not that they are like, here, have love. It's that we are allowing and to receive that. So we are actually just feeling the love that's flowing all around us all the time. But this person is bringing out something in you that is allowing you to open your heart space to receive it. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. Well, it does
Okay.
to me.
It makes sense to me. It's just really hard to explain. So
Yeah.
it's not the other person giving, it's that you're feeling your own love
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that, and it just so happens that it's another person that is bringing
Yeah.
that out in you.
Yeah. It's that reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is coming through. I'm going to ask you, putting you on the spot.
Good.
What do you feel about when someone says, this is I'm just going to use my partner, they complete me? What do you feel about that sentence?
Again, I feel like they are there because um, their presence probably makes you feel safe that you can open your heart, so that you are allowing yourself to feel the flow of love through you, energy through you. It's not that they are doing something, it's that you feel in that presence that safety or that warmth or that um, what I got is that it lets you, again, I'm going to say safe, that the walls come down, that you actually start feeling your own love. Because again, it's not that they complete you, it's that they create a space, which is what we do with holding a compassionate space for
Yeah.
someone, is we allow them to tap into that feeling of love within them.
Yeah.
So that's
Brings
my
out,
opinion.
yeah. And brings out the best in you.
Yeah,
And then there's the shadow side of that too, because it could be in two different energies of, I believe it does bring out the best in people when I say that. But there's also a space where I can't live without you. I can't see my own self without you,
that's
right?
attachment.
Yeah, yeah. So there's that aspect of it too, right? But I do believe it, you bring out the best in me, you allow me to see my higher self, my best self. Um, but there's also a space in there that you need to be able to see it for yourself, with yourself, um, in that way. But I love
Yeah.
how you explained that.
And I think that's why so many people, that's why attachment was such a big thing a while ago. Because I think that's why so many people, because we grasp for that feeling, but the person isn't making that feeling. They're creating that space for us to feel our own love
Yeah,
flowing
yeah,
and our own heart space flowing. And so we crave that because we want to feel that. But a lot of people, I'm not going to say most, hopefully not most, a lot of people, are, again, coming back full circle, are not open in their heart space enough to feel that without that person.
yeah, yeah. Very true, very true. And it like I said before, it's all encompassing. It reflects in every place in our life, that having
Absolutely.
art space. So yeah.
I have no idea what we just said for the last half hour.
That's good. I know you were channeling a lot. I don't know if you noticed that. I
I,
I yeah, your words kind of, yeah. Anyway, we won't go into how to channel. Not on this one.
I don't know how to channel either. It
You
just
just
comes
did.
out.
You just did. Anyway, I think that's for today. That is a good ending to the whole conversation today. Thank
I
you.
think if we, sorry, I was just going to say, I think if we wanted to leave anybody with something, what just kind of came was ask yourself, what did you want to do when you were a child? What lit you up? Because that was when you had that open heart space.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you loved doing as a child? Yeah, very much so.
Hmm.
Ooh, you got me thinking now. A lot more. So
Well, I think you totally nailed it for you.
yeah, yeah. But there's some, like, I'm a very creative person. I love being creative. I cannot draw for the life of me, but there's different ways to be creative. But yeah, I'm seeing myself now as a child more since with the start of this conversation. So I love that. Thank you.
Good. Yeah.
Yes.
I can't draw stick people to save my soul.
Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna steal that one. That's what way better said than the way I said it. Thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. So does Tara. I know that. If you want to get a hold of us,
Yes.
everything's in the description. Also, we do our Wednesday Soul Essence Revival sessions. They are so much fun. They go really deep. We have a lot of self-discovery, a lot of healing, a lot of knowledge. It's been really good. We've had people every week. We're just enjoying, we're loving that people are coming back after they come back for the first one. It is just that fills my cup knowing that we're doing something that is helping people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That'll be in the description as well. So thank you everyone for being here. Please do comment. We would love to hear what you love to do as a child, and if you are doing what you love to do. And yeah, thank you for being here. Have a magical, magical rest of your day.
See you.
Bye.